Look at
All right,
you.
son.
It's the dog snatcher.
Look at this. I'm in my costume. I've got like an hour's break to record this, so you better talk quick and be interested.
I'm in
my
costume.
So I'm wearing
Chinos.
Yeah, chinos. In the Caribbean. Usually I'm wearing a shirt and a tie and a jacket. At least I managed to get that off. So yeah.
You all right, man?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. We've only got a few weeks left on this now, about 3 weeks or so. I've not been back to the UK since July 2020. I'm gutted. I'm going to be coming back going, oh, I can't wait to get back home. And then I'll be 2 days in the rain and go, this is shit. And I want to come back out here.
Sometimes, though, I say this all the time because my wife always bangs on about living in hot countries. I think you only appreciate weather when you get a change in weather. If you're in the sun all the time, it just ends up being some regular old crackers. You know what I mean?
It's a regular cracker. This goddamn cracker ever had.
If you're starving and someone throws you a cracker, it's the best crack you've ever had. And after a week of eating the cracker, it's like, hang on, hey, I just got me some regular old crackers.
What's that from Rural? Is it Rural or Delirious?
I think it's Delirious. He's talking about not having sex for a long time, and then when you have it, you think it's the best thing, and then you realise, hang on, I just got some regular old crackers.
It's just a regular cracker.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey!
Well, anyway, so yes, hot weather is just regular old crackers if it's too long. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I do agree. Like, you appreciate it if it's colder, but I'm happy to just do the cold for like 2 days and then go, they weren't some regular old crackers. I want to get back out there.
It's not bad at the moment. It's quite mild for England. It's not nice, obviously, but it's not supposed to be. It's November, so.
Well, I won't open the curtains behind me because you'll be really annoyed.
No, I'm sick of seeing you pissing views. I don't need to see any more views.
All right, fair enough. How have you been anyway? Good?
Yeah, good. Really good. Loads have happened. Loads of stuff to talk about. Loads to tell you. Been on holiday. Had a send-off for me dad. And loads of stuff happened. And yeah, bits and bobs.
How much,
tell you all about it.
How much did you pay for your holiday? Oh, wait, you didn't.
Excuse me. I had to pay for the flights. And listen, I'm an ambassador for Amphi in Gran Canaria. Don't hate me for it. There's actually a discount code. If you go to my Facebook page, there's a discount code where you can get cheaper holidays through me. So you can thank me later.
All right, thanks. I will do. You've done a bit of sterling work for them there as well.
It wasn't only free. I was actually paid to be there.
Mate, you love an angle. You love an angle.
Listen, if you can get paid to be on holiday, you're a winner. Don't you worry.
Unbelievable. You're unbelievable. Listen, did you get your... Well, first of all, have you got your beer?
Yes, I've got a beer.
What you got? Are you not?
Are you out your mind? Yeah, I'm keeping it stum. Have we got a sponsor?
We have not got a sponsor.
I'm telling you nothing.
Keep it stum. Okay.
You can listen to it.
I'm going to take, just because it's an interesting one. Right. I'm having a bottle of Corsair. It's Guadalupean beer. It's blonde but Guadalupean beer.
It's a blonde. I'm not sure about blondes.
It's not. You're not.
They're a bit thicker than usual beers, aren't they? Blondes. Actually, didn't mean any pun by that. To be honest,
that was an accidental pun.
That was accidentally clever for me. Cheers, anyway.
I know.
Cheers.
It's the only other way you manage it.
I'm gonna have to pour it out of shop because we haven't got a sponsor yet.
Okay.
I'm holding them all to ransom.
Oh, I can hear it. Oh. Honestly, they're turning in their executive chairs right now.
Oh, you nearly saw it then. Stop it. There we go.
Cheers.
Lovely poured pint. Cheers, pal.
Cheers. There you go.
Nice to see you. So yeah, have you got a Manscaped box?
I have. I've got my Manscaped box. So I've not. Have you opened it? Mine came through the post. I haven't even opened the outer box yet. How far have you got?
Well, I opened it because I get so many packages and I'll get excited when one's for me because we have this performing arts school my wife has. And we get boxes and boxes and boxes, and none of them are ever for me. All I do is answer the door to people. And if it's me, no, it's not for you. So then I got one, I went, oh, it's for me. I opened it, and I went, oh, I should have opened this when we did the podcast.
Well, I haven't opened mine, but here's the thing.
It's here.
Tell everyone listening about the other box that you've got, right? We don't need to go into... because. No, the box you told me about before, where we won't go into it because that's a whole other box that we're going to talk in a later podcast about getting a sponsorship for. But you just told me that you've got a box and you went, "Do I need to open this yet?" And we realised what box it was. What's in? How many days have you had this box, Will? 4?
4 or 5 days, yeah.
Right, and what have you just realised is in it?
Food.
A burger.
A burger. So it's not going to taste the best, that burger.
I love the idea. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to actually do when we do that. We go, we'll talk about this sponsor, and you have to open it and eat it, going, delicious.
Oh, it's a new hairy burger.
Oh, green fuzz. It comes with it.
It's green, this burger. It's environmentally friendly burger. But green shit all over it.
Yeah, right, okay, hold on.
See? Right, good for the planet. Right. So I've opened mine.
Yeah.
And it says the obligatory, your balls will thank you.
Okay, yeah.
So what's the difference with this one? Do you know, Manscaped stuff? Is it like a new higher powered more?
Yeah, this is the latest upgrade. Oh, here we are. Let's get it.
So sorts your balls out quicker. Is that what it does?
Well, I guess it's for those gentlemen who have a little bit more. How should we put it? A little bit more of a thatch. for the ones who normally need to thin it out with a machete before they actually get going with the trimmers. It's a more high powered. It's the lawnmower 4. Here we go. I got the box. Right. What Yeah, the lawnmower 4. Lawnmower 4.0. Right. So hold on.
Have you got this? The weed whacker. It's called the weed whacker.
What is it for?
I think it's for your nose. I think it's for.
Oh, it's a nose trim. Oh, mate, that's no good for me. I need one with like a bendy pipe that's 3 feet long. Get up in there.
So, do you know what? Billy Connolly said this once. Right. Your body is supposed to know when it's supposed to produce stuff to protect you. So I just want to know what is going to happen to us in old age where nose hair and ear hair is going to protect us because they're growing at least 10 times the rate they used to on my body.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
Get one every now and then. You get one hair.
Yeah.
Now it's like fucking forest hanging out my nose.
Every morning when I sit in a makeup chair now, literally, it was same today. Every morning, they give me a razor, little shave, and then they politely hand me a little nostril trimmer, and I'm like, every day? Surely not. Like you say, it used to be like one every 6 weeks. Every day, I'm like, better keep that under control. Shocking.
Well, what's happening to our bodies? That our bodies are producing more hair for your ears and bleeding nose. What's going to happen to us? It's terrible. We got something else here.
I wish I had a sensible answer for you. I do remember from.
We've got this here, refined.
Called what? Refined. Hold on. Let's see. Look at what this bad boy says on the top of the box. Here we go.
What does it say?
Anyone's watching this, let me show you. Let me show you what's going on. So you open the box. Blah, blah. Your balls will thank you. There we go.
Yeah.
And it says... Oh, it's quite a nice box, actually. Look at that, eh? Ooh.
It's a nice box. You get a T-shirt, sometimes boxer shorts.
Yeah, you get the nice...
Bit of cologne for your balls.
The modern man, that's you and me, is a man who takes care of himself. Manscaping isn't just for life's special occasions. It's a requirement for optimal health, superior hygiene, and healthy self-esteem. You now have the right tools for a safe and precise grooming in the hard to navigate sensitive groin area. Plus, post-trimming products to keep your boys dry and fresh all day long. There you go.
Right.
Your boys dry and fresh all day. I'll tell you something, mate. When I'm here in these chinos in the midday heat, working at dry and fresh is not it's not easy to come by.
They're like a two-dip tea bag.
but not as wrinkly.
Yeah, I've got this. There's a little package here called Refined, which is quite hard to get into if you're me. But there's a little flap on the side that I found, and then you open it, and it's got a cologne in it. You see, like that.
Hold on, I've not been sent that. Hold on, why have you got a Refined and I've not got a Refined? Bollocks! Yeah, no shit they did. This is.
And you need it more than me, sweaty bollocks.
Well, clearly I know. But hold on. Oh, there's my boxer. There you go, your boxer briefs. Anti-chafing boxer briefs. That's a cracking little addition.
I got a T-shirt as well. Have you got a T-shirt? Manscaped T-shirt.
What? No, I have not got this. This is bollocks.
I think we found out what the favourite of this pod is.
Yeah, no shit. Manscaped's like, I tell you what, Will's much more manly and put together. We'll hook him right up. You bastards.
Well, yeah.
Cheers, so Manscaped, you bastards.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for sponsoring us again. Thanks for being with us. You've been with us for ages now.
Here we go. Hold on. Oh, this is the lawnmower 4. This power. Oh, actually, it is. Yeah, it's bigger, more powerful. Has it got
batteries in it? Turn it on.
Yeah, bigger, more powerful. Oh, Mrs. will be pleased with that. Because
see, it can double up. You can shave your balls.
Wait. Hey. I was going to say, I went, the missus will be pleased with that. And then suddenly I went, oh, I'd better clarify that. I was like, because she'll like it if I'm well groomed.
Oh, I thought you meant she could do
No, you don't. No. Let's not. We want Manscaped to sponsor us for the series. Let's not be talking about what you thought that meant. But anyway, the Lawnmower 4.0, yes. I'll tell you what I am liking. You see this little bad boy? To stick it in, the little charging.
Oh, it's a little rest. Does it charge it?
Yeah, well, it plugs in, at the back, and then that charges.
Oh, sweet.
I'm liking
sweet.
that.
You got to be careful when you're doing your gooch bit. Do you know the little bit between the balls and the arse? Because that can get hairy. You got to be careful with that bit because it's a bit of a flappy skin, and I've nicked myself a few times there, and it doesn't heal for ages. Honestly, you think you feel like you've slit your throat. There's a lot of blood for that little bit of area. I'm like, what's happened?
Honestly, a mental image I could very much have lived without for the rest of my days. Actually, thanks very much. Here's a question for you.
What?
In fact, and a question for our listeners too, since we're here. Gooch, you said. Taint, I've heard it called a lot. I've also heard Biffin's Bridge.
Right. I used to call it, on a woman, it's a chin rest. Sorry. If anyone's eating, I apologise, but I'll let that sit with you for a minute. Anyway,
you probably shouldn't have said if anyone's eating either. That was probably the wrong choice of words. Oh well, anyone listening to this and not appalled, what do you call it? What do you call it?
Is it the gooch?
Well, scientific term is a perineum, isn't it? But it's got colloquial. So here we are. Here's what I'd like to know. What do you call it? A bap or a balm, right? Or a muffin? A roll or a muffin. Would you call it an alleyway, an entry, or a ginnel, or? Are
we still talking about genitals?
Actually, an alley, a ginnel, or an entry.
A muffin, a biff.
Suddenly everything's wrong now. Suddenly everything. You can't say anything.
That's because ever since you said brownie points, it's gone downhill. This show.
Mate, honestly, I've got to tell you, right? Well, I'll tell you in a minute. Let's finish investigating this Manscaped box. But yes, do let us know. But what is it? Bat, balm, cob or roll or muffin, ginnel, alley or entry, or gooch, Biffin's Bridge or Tate, or open to suggestions. These are the important questions, especially while we're talking Manscaped. As Will says, he needs to know what he can refer to trimming. The old favourite, the ball refreshing ball toner with active pH control. Excellent. No one wants acidic balls. I'm actually, comes in very handy on those hot days in the chinos, and a crop preserver ball deodorant, anti-chafing. Very, very, very important.
All very important and very good. Thank you, Manscaped.
And look, you can get. They're a great. It's a lovely, like we say, it's in this lovely gift box and everything. And if you are somebody who wants to do a little bit of grooming, then it's actually a great present. Or, well, if you're somebody who wants to do a little bit of grooming, or if you're somebody who's thinking, he really needs to do a bit of grooming, so I'm going to send him this as a not particularly subtle hint, then you can get 20% off if you use our code 2pints20, all capitals and all spelled out, TWOPINTS, and then the numbers 2pints20, and you go to manscaped.com and put in that code and you'll get 20% off.
And Christmas is coming, so you can save a few quid. That's a great gift, honestly. You'll have a bit of a laugh with it as well. And also, you can give them a little hint to say you've got hairy balls. You need to trim yourself.
Yeah. And Will, let's be honest, because you've always been so honest about loving an angle. If you think it's a good gift and you do buy it and you put in the code and everything, then there's every chance, with a bit of luck, Manscaped might sponsor the entirety of our season 3, which we're doing now. So please buy some stuff. That would be
buy some stuff. Keep this pod going. My mum wants a bungalow.
That was Peter Kay's tour, wasn't it?
Yeah, Peter Kay's tour.
So I'll give you the read that Manscaped have sent us. They always actually do send us quite funny stuff to read. So here we go. Ho ho ho, gentlemen. That's how it begins. Ho ho ho, gentlemen. The holidays have come early this year as Manscaped have the gift that keeps on trimming. Santa's beard isn't so appealing when it's coming out of your trousers.
That's great.
That's good. Santa's beard isn't so appealing when it's coming out of your trousers, and that's why Manscaped, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming, have you covered this holiday season. Now available in your country, join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped to keep their trees trimmed and ornaments polished. Go to manscaped.com and use the code 2pints20 for 20% off plus free shipping. So there you go. That's pretty good. Also, I'll tell you what, I've only just seen this. This is in the bottom of the box, and this is, aside from all the, hey, please buy it because they'll sponsor us and all. Let's to be serious and fair for a second. There's this thing. It says Manscaped plus Testicular Cancer Society. Manscaped is not only the world's preeminent male grooming brand, but also the voice and movement for liberating men of all ages to be the very best they can be. Being mindful, socially aware, and respectful to one and all is core to our mission. So is giving back. This is why we've partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to raise awareness for the most common form of cancer in men ages 15 to 35 and help save balls. Join us. More details, visit testicularcancersociety.org. I think that's cool. And their tagline is, we save balls, which I think is very much to the point. So
listen, the good opens a conversation. It's all good.
Yeah, it does. And you know what? It's we want sponsorships and we want this and that and the other, but it's always nice to feel like it's a decent company with a decent backbone that
100%
that you're trying to partner with. So thank you, Manscaped, and thank you everyone for listening. So what can you tell me? You were going to tell me about all sorts of stuff that's happened. I want to tell you about something. I want to tell you about something that's happened since we're talking about Manscaped and trimming and all that sort of shit. Let me find it on Twitter. What fresh hell is this shit?
What shit?
This shit. Where is it? I'm fucking livid about this. Absolutely livid. What is this? Why have who and why and how have you apparently been voted the world's sexiest man? By who? The world's sexiest man, my balls. What? The world's sexiest man, my gooch. Who the fuck? What is this shit?
I don't know. I think it's a load. I think someone's just put it up as a joke. I don't know. That's why I put thanks to everyone who voted, because I don't think anyone voted. I think there's a fan page who put up. I don't know. I'll take it.
Finally, here it is. Here it is. It's finally the true sexiest man alive winner has been announced. Yeah, the people don't lie. And that was by who? It says people, a double issue, and then it's about time, hashtag sexiest man alive, hashtag Will Mellor, and this photo. Now, if you are truly the sexiest man alive, I can't help but notice they've used a photo from 27 years ago. That is not a recent photograph, Will Mellor.
No, it's not. Listen, it's nothing to do with me. It popped up on my feed and I just went, sweet.
I bet you did.
It's obviously not true, is it? But I'll take it, Ralph. I'll take it. I'm 45. I'll take that all day. I showed it to the wife. I went, look at that. Look how lucky you are. And I hope she had the same reaction that I did. Bollocks. It's exactly what she said. What a load of shit.
Excellent.
No, I have got quite a bit to tell you. There's sort of a lot happened. Do you know when you think nothing much has happened, and then I was saying, I'm going to speak to Ralph. I'll have a little think about what's happened. And then there's been, because I haven't spoke to you before I went on holiday. I spoke to you before I went on holiday.
That's right.
And then I went away. I went away to Amphi in Gran Canaria, which we love. We go there all the time, and I am an ambassador for the place, but I haven't been for years. That's only started just recently. We used to go there on holiday all the time. Great in the winter months. It's a great place, Amphi in Gran Canaria. But I went this time, and straight away, when your holiday starts the way mine started, it's just it sort of puts a downer on it, and you're always then trying to get it back. Because we got to the airport, we were supposed to fly out at 7:05, and the reason why I booked this flight with fucking Ryanair, which we'll get to in a minute.
Oh, I saw you tweeting about Ryanair.
Right, yeah.
How it's like, oh bless you. Hey, can you hear that? Can you hear that?
What is it? What is that?
Rain. It's rain.
Oh. Good, I'm glad.
That's how mad the weather is here. It'll be so loud we won't be able to talk anyway. So go on. So I saw you tweeting about Ryanair and I was like, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of delighted. Carry on.
Well, thanks. Well, I'll tell you what, the reason why I booked with them is because they was an early flight out and I thought we'll get there for 12 o'clock and we'll have a first day by the pool and that. So you get the first day there, you don't want to miss the first day.
Gotcha.
So we're at the airport, really early, before 5 o'clock. So the queues are massive. I'm going to cut all this down quickly. And we get to the front, having queued up for 45 minutes or something. And we get to the front, and they say, "Oh, have you not checked in?" I said,
you mean you didn't do your old trick that you once told me about, seeing if you could find someone with a wheelchair and going, "Here, I'll take you to the front."
Didn't do that. I had my wife, my 2 kids, and my son's girlfriend was coming with us. So we got to the front, and she said, "Oh, you've not checked in." So I said, "No, it wouldn't let me do it online." She said, "Oh, yes, because you booked for a different provider." So I said, "I'll just do it here." She went, "Oh, no, I can't check you in." So I said, "Why not?" She said, "You've got to go to, see that bloke up there, that other desk? Go and join another queue to check in." I thought, "Why can't you just press a button and check me in like every other airline does?" Get to the other desk, queue up again, get to the front, they say, "Yeah, oh yeah, we can check you in, £55 each." To check you in, to press a fucking button. I went, all you got to do is go, checked in. And then I said, "No airline charge." "Yeah, you see, it's a budget airline, hidden cost, remember?" I said, "You even know it's a pissing scam, that."
Wait, that's what the guy from Ryanair said?
Hidden costs, haha, right? So, anyway, after that, I'd swore quite a few times and gone, "Cheeky bastard." I bet.
Were you ready to go off? Did you manage to keep you cool with that guy?
It wasn't that. It was just like, straight away, they're trying to take money off you. I had to pay for the seats just so we could sit together, because they, on purpose, sit you apart. So to sit together, you have to pay extra. So you have to pay, I think it was like £17.50 each way. So £35 each just to sit together. Then another £55 just to check in. So anyway, and then they said, "Well, you should have checked in online," and all this shit. Anyway, they rely on that. Go and queue up again. Get through all the passport control, all the stuff, all the baggage handling, all that stuff. And we've got about 45 minutes to spare. Grab a quick sandwich, and then we're off to the gate. And it's quite fast. So we run to the gate. We get there 25 minutes before the gate closes. And they said, "You can't come on the plane."
Why?
They said, "Gate's closed."
Oh, mate.
So I said, "What are you talking about?" They said, "You've got to be here half an hour before." I said, "It's 5 minutes ago. The plane's still there." She said, "We're taking your bags off." I said, "It'll take you hours to find my bags. Just let me on the plane." "No, I'm sorry, sir. It's a policy." And me and my wife and kids stood there and wouldn't let us on the fucking plane. They wouldn't let us on the plane. Do you know what that feeling's like? It's like the holiday's over. And I said, "The plane's there. The policy, it's fine." So for them to go and find my bags, 5 suitcases on that plane, they've decided, they must have decided before half an hour to go and get my bags off. They said, "We'll be called you." And I said, "Well, we've been running to try and get here." I said, "Have you seen the queues out there?" "Sorry, you should have got here earlier." Honestly, I was absolutely livid. Lost all my money. All my money.
Did you lose your cool? Like, did you go and like swear to yourself and be like, "Oh," did you just lose your cool then and there and start swearing at everyone?
Yeah, I completely lost it. I threw my cap, and I had a cap on that got launched. And this woman said, if you attempt to get on the plane, we'll phone the police. Like I was going to storm the door or something. But do you know what was funny? Well, the worst thing is they didn't have any compassion. My daughter's nearly in tears. The shock, and we were 5 minutes, you know. And what I know, and you've flown so many times, I have. You sit there, and you've been on the plane with 5 minutes before takeoff, and people are still getting on. They never throw you off the plane, especially when they've got your cases checked in. It'll take them ages to find my cases, but they'd rather do that than let me on the plane. I've just paid for checking in as well.
To check in, yeah. So you checked into a flight that you couldn't get on. So what happened?
I lost all my money. I had to go all the way back through, wait for my cases to come back through, go back through security, and then I went to another airline, Jet2. They had a flight later that day, and it cost me another £1,800 just to fly one way to get to Gran Canaria. So I'm like £4,000 down. It's not funny. I was fucking livid. Honest to God, could you imagine? Oh.
It's lucky you weren't paying for the accommodation. You spent all the money on the flights, on the budget flight.
And I'd lost my first day there because the flight wasn't till 1:30, so we didn't get there till it was nearly dark. We got there and it was like, "Hey, sun's gone down." It was just like, you've lost a full day, you've had all the stress, you've lost a couple of grand in money, and all for what they say, a policy, 5 minutes. Just dickheads. And that's what annoys me about an airline like that. There was no reason at all to take 5 bags off that plane, which would have took longer than just to let us on. That's what I'm saying about.
I've got to
people,
say,
you know what I mean? I can't stand that. How people can take pleasure out of going, "No, I'm sorry, it's our policy." That's bullshit, man. I was fuming.
I've got to say, my takeaway from all that is don't be late for flights.
Dickhead.
Look, you're a broken man. Even just telling me about that, it's like you've just relived it. I could see his sad, tired face.
It was horrible. Then my daughter got ill on the second day, so she was throwing up all night, and then I got ill on the last day. It was just one of them holidays where it was great because we got to go away. We've been waiting to go away for so long because of this pandemic, and then that happened, and it was just like all the stress, and I think that's what made us ill. It was just so stressful. And the thing is, on this, get this, on the way back, I even videoed it. I'm on the plane. Obviously, we got there early this time. On the plane, 5 minutes before takeoff, people are still getting on the plane. Oh, it's obviously not a policy there, is it? It's a load of bullshit.
They charge. I think Ryanair charge for using the toilet on the planes.
We've spoke about this before, and I then asked.
I think it's them. Yeah,
they'd have said, "Well, sorry, it's going to cost me more money." Someone would have absolutely been killed on the spot.
Someone would have been thrown off the plane.
The door would have been opened, and we'd have all gone. That'd have been the end. Get out! But so it wasn't. It wasn't a great start to a holiday that we've been looking forward to. But we had some great memories, and it's a memory that Michelle said, "We'll laugh about this one day." And I say, "Let me know when that day is, please."
Well, to be fair,
it's still burning.
If it helps at all, I've laughed about it today, so that's been great.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you to you and your family. Hey, by the way, little side note: Jaden has a girlfriend, and it's so serious she's going on holiday with you.
Yeah, he's 17 and she's 18, and he's 18 next July. But they know it's really serious.
Older woman too.
Yeah, they're like an old couple. Goodness. Honest to God, they are. No, they are. They have anniversaries and all that, monthly anniversary. They go out for dinner, and they are. It's not like when we were kids, drinking cider on the swings, snogging.
At 17, fucking hell, yeah. No,
having a different girl every night and all that, and
I wasn't doing that at 17, by the way, but not for lack of trying.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like,
I like the idea of that.
For about a week. You go out with someone for a week, and then you get your mate to dump them and all. That was what it was like when you were young, wasn't it? And then you meet someone in the pub, and you'd have a bit of a kiss, and then it was a bit freer. But and I'm glad for him because it's whatever's works for him and her, they're happy, and she's a lovely girl, and they get on great. And
I got a question. Does he drink much? But by which I mean, it used to. What I've been hearing is that this generation, kids now, they're a lot less interested in getting on it and getting drunk than we used to be. Apparently, it's like a new generation. Obviously, that's a big generalization. There are some kids who are definitely in some of that generation who are going to love to have a beer and whatever. But that's what I gather. Do you get the sense that he's just kind of it's not really something that he's interested in?
Well, he's not really that bothered. I mean. He's not. I mean, special occasions and stuff. If we've got a bit of a party, and I'll say, Jay, you can have a little drink if you want. If he's in my house and that, but he's not really that fussed at all. I mean, I say that he could be on all sorts. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. I was going to say as much as you know, but yeah.
No, he's a good kid. No, I'm lucky. Yeah. He's a good kid. He's not constantly battling and fighting, trying to go and stay out at people's places and all that. And which is we're lucky. You know what I mean? And also, other news, I had a send-off for my dad.
Oh, great.
Finally. We've waited since he passed away April 2020. So we've waited a year and a half, more or less, just so we can get everyone together.
I remember us talking about it. He passed away pretty early on into the lockdowns, didn't he? So it was
April,
He couldn't... So
he couldn't do anything.
You told me you drove up just to see him, just to kind of be in his presence, but you didn't get to hug him or anything like that. So
no, that was what he said.
So you managed to have a send off. And what
we had a big a big send off, like a party sort of thing for him, just to sort of celebrate his life. Where we had a big screen up showing all pictures of us and him, and through the years, and we had all these old favourite songs playing, and songs that reminded of us of him. All aunties and uncles and friends and family and everyone we haven't seen really.
Songs? What favourite songs? Like what
all
stuff would you play?
Obviously, That's Life by Frank Sinatra.
We're talking I was going to say we're talking like Sinatra and
Elvis, Sinatra, or Frankie Lane, and old school Ray Charles. All that, and then I went up and said a few words just to do a bit of tell some stories about him, and so people got to know some of the funny anecdotes sort of vibe. Tried to make it fun and light-hearted so we could celebrate him rather than getting too emotional because it was going to be tough. Yeah. And then he sang us out because he recorded My Way It was one of his favourite songs singing. He recorded it in a studio. We went to Florida together on holiday, me and him, and there was this place where you could go and record a song, and you get the CD there and then. And we recorded My Way, and we kept it. And I said, and at the end of me sort of saying a few words about him, I said, I'm going to give me, because the place where we had it, we had his 40th birthday there. We had loads of family parties there. It's like a social club called the Rat Pit, but it's called Spence Lane Social Club. It's called Harper's now, but he spent a load of time there, and he was actually a compere on that stage. So at the end, I said, and I'm going to give the stage to my dad one last time, and he sang My Way, and everyone stood up, and we all joined in.
Oh, great!
It was just lovely, and I'm quite glad the time had passed that long because I could enjoy it.
Yeah, it was just a celebration. Yeah,
without getting really badly emotional, where it was too hard to enjoy it and take it in. So massive.
What's the stages of grief? I think it's acceptance is the final one, isn't it? And it sounds like it was the perfect, as hard as it's been, it sounds like the acceptance of kind of having that send off and doing it. It sounds like you're in a good place now. Yeah,
and not only that, there was my cousins were there, and my aunties who I haven't seen for a long time, but also. We've lost my Uncle Barry and my Uncle George and my Auntie Pat in the pandemic as well, so we couldn't do anything for them. So I included that in what I was saying, and just to say we're all together and we can all sort of appreciate that we couldn't do that, and now we can say a farewell to them as well. So and we were all there together, so it was nice, mate. You know what I mean? It was
lovely.
It's amazing. It's amazing what you miss, because we haven't seen each other for so long. So getting together, it meant a lot.
I actually think the big question probably for that whole that everyone listening is probably going to want to know is how many times did you sing Mustang Sally?
You're the dickhead.
But what's the answer? Bollocks! There was at least one Mustang Sally in there.
It wasn't my night.
All right, okay.
All right, they'll play it when I'm gone. I took a night off.
Oh my God. When you get your send-off in many years down the line, Jaden's going to be like, I'll have my dad one last time, let him leave the station, and then I'm going to be like, oh, fucking hell, do we have to listen to this again? We've heard it. You did it last week.
Yes, so true. Yeah, but hopefully when I go, there'll be a hologram of me, so it'll be a bit more lifelike.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, I wanted to tell you this. I've started to, so that things that I see online or Twitter or whatever, and I think, I'll talk to Will about that. You must have noticed that it's getting weirder and weirder that the press, the Daily Express, or the Express Online in particular, is so weird about they'll take something we say in this podcast and they'll make it a headline and they'll report it like it's a massive story, and it'll just be me and you just talking bollocks, right?
Yeah.
But I saw the most amazing one on a thing. I'm not even going to talk about the website because I don't want to give publicity, but let me read you that. I'm going to read you word for word what it says because it's the most weirdly, badly punctuated, nonsensical thing. But it's a picture of you on the front of it. Hold on, let's get rid of it.
Me?
It's a picture of you on the front from our podcast, right?
All right.
And it says, and here's the headline. Will Mellor of Corrie was diagnosed with a brain tumour following her health issue on set. Quote, messed with my head.
What?
That's the headline. That's the headline.
A brain tumour?
You've been diagnosed... with a brain tumour.
Do you mean sinusitis? Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah, because you got a blocked nose. And the headline is, Will Mellor was not Will Mellor was worried he felt he had a brain tumour. Will Mellor was diagnosed with a brain tumour. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm going, Will didn't tell me about that. I was like, bless him. I mean, I know he's saving material for the podcast, but he could probably have just called me on that one. Christ. Right? After enduring agony while filming for Coronation Street lately, Will Mellor stated he worried he had a brain tumour. Will Mellor, who plays drug boss Harvey Gaskell, recently said he contracted a head cold and chronic sinusitis while filming dramatic sequences in rainy and freezing weather for his latest storyline, after enduring agony between his eyes and in his brain. The 45-year-old claimed he feared the worst. He stated to Ralf Little on their podcast, "I've had it for a long time. I've got a cold in my head. I kept taking painkillers. I had a headache between my eyes, and I tried spraying it up my nose, but it didn't work. Can you picture yourself having all that water in your head and bashing your head?" Will went on to claim he felt okay on set in the cold, but not so much at home in the nights. Raven Owen, Amanda Owen's 20-year-old daughter, claims she has no peace. "I had no idea what it was, so I told my wife I have this agony behind my eyes. What if I have a brain tumour?" So, wait a second, what? Let me go back there. They've mixed up a different story and started talking about someone completely different who's
Who's that
nothing to do with
person
it.
that's just come into it?
Well, I think I narrate a show called Our Yorkshire Farm, right? And they've got, it's this couple who live on a farm in Yorkshire, and they have 9 kids, and their oldest is called Raven, and the woman's called Amanda. And occasionally they write about those guys as well. So this article about you having been diagnosed with a brain tumour goes, Will went on to claim he felt okay on set in the cold, but not so much at home in the nights. Raven Owen, Amanda Owen's 20-year-old daughter, claims she has no peace. "I had no idea what it was," said Will. "So I told my wife I have this agony behind my eyes."
What the fuck is going on there?
No idea.
Did they ever read what they write, these people? Bullshit,
No,
man.
absolutely no, they don't. So, anyway, I mean, look, it goes on. It goes on, but, oh no, here we go. Okay. "The scenes in the rain, the cold, and everything else has really screwed my head," said Will. Dan Walker reacts to the snap. Nadia, a Strictly partner, creates a commotion. Devastated Louise Redknapp is so blinded by ex-husband Jamie's unexpected wedding. "I'm really excited to witness the scenes," said Will. Harvey has returned to Weatherfield following his success.
What's it got to do with it? What's going on there? It's like someone turned the channel over halfway through and turned it back.
Someone's just took made up a story and then just stirred it up like scrambled eggs and just dotted sentences everywhere. It's honestly, I couldn't stop laughing when I was reading it. I was like, it's the maddest thing. But you must have seen it happens. I think it's like they make up stories. I mean, honestly, anyone listening to this, I promise you, I used to do it as well before I did my job and was in the public eye. And Will, you'll agree with this. You used to say things like, and people say things like, "Yeah, there's no smoke without fire," though. And I promise you, having been in the public eye now for 23-4 years, me and you even longer, there is very much smoke without fire. So they just say shit that's just completely insane.
Clickbait and headlines,
especially now with online news. Yeah, clickbait stuff. It's like there was a character called Ruby when I first played by Shaiko Amos, who's brilliant, and she left at the end of my first year here. And last year there was a headline that said, "Ralf Little sheds light on leaving Death in Paradise as he reveals his character will be murdered by Ruby." It's like, hey, I mean, where do we even begin with that? I'm not leaving. She's not in it anymore. Why is she gonna? Because she's a policewoman. What's she coming back and murdering? They just make shit up. It's mad.
It's funny you mentioned.
You must have read stuff. What have they made up about me? They must have made stuff up.
No, there is loads. There's loads of shit over the years.
What about honestly? What about Will Mellor was diagnosed with a brain tumour? What about that for a fucking headline? And the irresponsibility. But that's what I mean. The irresponsibility of it. Me and you can laugh about it. But what if a loved one reads that and they're like, oh my God, like the panic. Well, why didn't you tell me?
The thing is, right, what you're talking about there is so true. There's been loads of shit over the years. When I was with Angela Griffin, there was stories all the time about me being out with different girls. One of them was my sister, you know what I mean, Wilson with Mystery Blonde. And, do your research. Yeah. It's my sister, you dickhead. But talking about headlines, it's funny because...
Actually, I'm sorry, but you've just reminded me, everyone, it's very quick. I'll tell me the story in a sec. But you two were out with your sister. I remember talking to Jack Whitehall about this, God, it must have been about 4 or 5 years ago. And Jack was going out with Gemma Chan at the time. Gemma was me and she were tweeting about. She's very funny. Anyway, Gemma, this beautiful actor who's absolutely, brilliant talent and everything. She's in all the Marvel films now. She's been photographed walking out of a nightclub, out of a restaurant. And sort of just to the right of her was Harry Styles. And it said, the headline was, "Oh, where's Jack Whitehall? Looks like Gemma Chan was stepping out with handsome singer Harry Styles." You look at the photo, and very, very clearly, Jack Whitehall's a foot behind them. Just standing there. You just go, He's literally in the fucking photograph, you fucking dunce hack, whoever's written that shit.
I know.
It's just the maddest thing. It's the maddest thing. Why are we, as a country, not just going, can we stop this? This is insane. Anyway, so go on. What were you going to say?
This is a bit different, this headline, but I took a picture of it because it made me think.
Right.
It made me laugh, right? And this is the headline that I like. Are you ready?
Yeah, come on.
Fries in arse. Seagull perv walks free. Fries in arse. Seagull perv walks free. What it was a bloke. It was he probably more limps free, to be fair. Waddles free. Seagull perv waddles free. Let me tell you what it is. There's a man who was caught putting chips up his ass, so seagulls would peck at his asshole and turn him on. He got arrested. He says his buttocks was severely lacerated. He said there was 12 to 15 seagulls pecking at his asshole.
I imagine. Do you know what? I'm picturing this where he's gone, oh my God, I've got a great idea here, I'm going to put a couple of chips in my bum and a seagull's going to come and I'm going to really get off on it. And then he's put too many chips in and suddenly they've all gone, all descended, and he's like, not like this. I didn't want 15. Yeah, and suddenly people are helping him, and they're going, what did you do that for? And he was like, it seemed normal when it was only 2.
Serious. I saw that headline and I just thought, fries in arse, seagull perv
walks free.
He got off with it because they arrested him and called it bestiality or whatever, and he got away with it in court. I just thought, how do you talk yourself
What's
out
the
of
defence? Yeah, what's the defence there? Yeah,
I know, and it's like, but I don't know how he's got away with putting chips up his ass outside.
Yeah, where was he as well? Because if he was in his garden, that's one thing. But if he was on like Blackpool Pier,
a pervert, he put McDonald's fries, there's other chips available, in his ass to encourage seagulls to peck away at his buttocks. I just thought, there's some fucking strange people out there, you know. You don't know who you're walking past in the street. There could be seagull pervs everywhere. I don't know
if they've got a funny sort of waddle. It's probably one of the seagull pervs. They've probably got a large fries up their arsehole.
But I was thinking about it though because of that. I was thinking about that, and it just got me thinking, as things do, about what things people get up to. And I was thinking, do you remember that guy who married his car? Do you remember that? There was a guy.
Yes, there was a documentary on it years ago.
He married it.
He married it.
Now, don't tell me he's not stuck his dick in that exhaust. Do not tell me he hasn't.
I know.
Seriously?
100%. 100%.
He must have.
And also, what does he consider that? Is that like normal style, or is that him switching lanes? You know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
It's the exhaust pipe.
That's true. Either way, Ralph, it's a fucking exhaust pipe. Could you?
To be fair, I love that. Like,
he's got a garage.
As if that's the thing that matters. You're like, Ralph, it's a car. Why is that even? Yeah, I'm like, no, I really want to get the anatomical correctness of this.
No, exactly.
I mean, maybe hold on, wait. Petrol cap.
Oh yeah,
petrol cap.
Is that?
You know what?
Yeah, but I class that as like an ear roll. That's getting a bit too weird. Sticking your dick in your ear.
Stick it in a bit. Don't stick your dick in the car's ear.
You're sick, aren't you? You're some sort of weirdo. At least bum its exhaust. What's wrong with you? I hope he's got a garage and he wasn't just doing it outside.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I was saying.
Down.
Yeah.
Looking round on his shoulder.
What's going on there? Oh, that's just Jamie Foxx's car. Don't worry about him.
Hey, but don't worry about it. They're married. It's okay. They're married.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine an estate agent selling to the neighbour. Oh, that's just Jamie Foxx's car. But don't worry, they're married. So this is 3-bedroom. Lovely south facing. You'll get sun all day long.
Yeah, between 10 in the morning and 10 at night, you won't see Jim at all. Don't go out after 12 when it's dark.
Oh my God!
But
wow.
there's a person.
Hold on, I have
once.
a question before we move on from the seagull perv. Why do you say buttocks like Forrest Gump?
Buttocks. Ever since I saw him say that, it made me laugh. So I always say buttocks.
I've noticed that.
I got shot.
I know you did it twice.
In the
before.
buttocks.
I know. He goes in the buttocks, sir. Right, and I agree. That made me laugh. But you weren't even doing a Forrest Gump thing. You were just reading me a story, and you went, he got shot. He put fries in his buttocks, sir.
He had severe lacerations to his buttocks.
You said to his buttocks.
I don't know.
Oh, dear.
But anyway, talking about
file that under milk.
My brain's then going on to people I've met, and then I remember when I went to prison in Barbados for a documentary, I met the guy, the people in there, and in the showers, they all had some of them had these lumps on their penises.
Yeah, I remember you've told me about this. Yeah,
Boogaloos.
We talked about this. Yeah,
and I was thinking, again, then. I mean, they're in prison, so someone's bum must be getting a right battering. You know what I mean? Because they're in prison. And they've got these lumps all over the things. I was thinking that must be really painful.
I'm having no part of this conversation. I've just disappeared.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying anything wrong with it. Do what you got to do. But I mean, in prison, there's no women there. Why are you going to put all these Boogaloos, which are basically like ball bearings? Well, they're supposed to be like marbles. Around your penis.
Why is this becoming a theme in our podcasts? I feel like we talk about this way too much.
No, but it's like these things that go on, isn't there? That you and I saw it, and I was thinking. But he said,
you saw it? You saw it happening?
He got it out.
Oh, the Boogaloos.
Yeah, and he had like 7. He had balls around the end, and then. And they put him in with spoons. I know I've mentioned it before, but it's in the Hindu manual that they're supposed to put pearls in it. It makes your penis all lumpy, and it's supposed to be better for the female. But that's what I was thinking. But in prison, there must be there's some painful buttocks.
I'm actually glad you said that like Forrest Gump, because that made it a lot somehow less horrible. Oh God! Well, there you go. There's the mind of Will Mellor, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. That's where it goes on a daily basis. You truly do never know, right? So I actually have a friend. She's a stand-up comedian, and also a sex worker, right? So she'll show me sometimes, or she won't show me, but she tells me about these requests that she gets through.
Really?
And. You know, really, it's the fact is what's amazing about this is that they're not particularly unusual. Like she relatively regularly will get requests like, this is a bit. They'll say things like, "Hey, how are you?" A bit specific this, but how much would you charge, or would you be interested in if I just turned up? We met in a hotel room, and I took my pants off, and you pointed at my dick and laughed at me and told me I was pathetic and that my dick's absolutely tiny, kicked me in the balls, and then left. And and she was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do that because I'm not gonna. I don't know why she decided not to. I would have been like, 600 quid, 550. I'll throw in a handy.
Oi, Johnny's Maldic. I've got in the bollocks now. Fuck off.
yeah. 550. I'll throw in some ball toner from Manscaped.
Do you know what's funny about that? You just said it then. You've seen the videos. Everyone's seen the videos of these people that go to these masochists and they have a woman kick them in the bollocks and stamp on their bollocks. How can... I'm sorry. I've never been kicked in or hit... Nothing's ever hit me in the bollocks and I've gone, I'll have that again. No.
Oh, mate. Oh, no. But the worse than even a kick is just, you know when they're just to get a flick? You know, just the bottom of their hand, just the bottom of them just gets a little...
Like a speedball, just getting...
Yeah, like exactly. Can you hear this in the microphone? Hold on. That.
Yeah. Ooh.
Mate, because you go, I think I'm going to be all right. And then a minute later you go, God, I'm going to throw up. Yeah.
They're in my stomach.
Well, listen, I'll tell you what though, not to be too, well, fuck it, I will be, not to be sort of too understanding or woke about it. I think we should also be a bit like, consenting adults and all that. And at the end of the day, I just think it's fascinating what gets you off is different than what gets me off.
Of course.
And you just don't know. And what's amazing is what's completely insane to me and you, there'll be some people listening to this going, oh, I don't know, I quite fancy a girl in a pair of, I don't know, stillies or something walking over my ball. Like, maybe, and, that's your thing, that's your thing.
I'm not judging, I'm just saying,
it's not for me. It is not for me.
I'm just saying, I don't see the connection, no. A girl in a pair of steel, not steel toe cap, a pair of nice... heel shoes and a pair of, all that sounds great. It's just the stamping on the bollocks that gets in the way. I just think, I don't understand how, obviously, why would I understand? Because, we're all different and it's okay to do whatever you want to do. You can set in adults and all that. It's just that I don't think I could come back from that. Being kicked,
that's it.
Stamped on the balls. I don't think my balls would ever recover.
No, and also I'm like, do you know what? I don't want kind of any sexual activity for 4 months, please, after my balls have been stamped on. Absolutely no thank you.
Yeah, but anyway, I tell you what, a little insight into my mind, I'm afraid.
I tell you what, we have to. I think we should pat ourselves. Yeah, a little insight into your mind. But I think we should pat ourselves on the back because considering that we began this whole thing with a big, Manscaped have got a whole new load of product. We've really quite stayed on brand with the whole balls.
Oh yeah, that's the point to this conversation. If you like getting your balls stamped, make sure they're clean and smell nice and nicely trimmed with Manscaped.
Manscaped are furiously rewriting their blurb as we speak. Well, how's this for a smooth segue? Onto balls of a different kind.
Oh, yeah. Football.
Who knows what's going to happen in the next few days before this even goes out. But how you feel? We're both Man United fans. How are you feeling about things?
Oh, mate. It's bad, isn't it?
Well, the question on everybody's lips. Ollie in, Ollie out. What's happening?
I'll tell you my opinion first, and you can tell me yours. My opinion is this: yes, it's really bad, and I do think he will go. I just think there's nobody out there to replace him yet. So what's the point in getting rid of him now with nobody ready to come in? We don't want to be one of them clubs that just desperately gets a manager, and he's got to be the right man for the job. I think even Rio Ferdinand's come out and said it now. I can't see what he's doing anymore. It worked for a bit. And now we've come up against a couple of good teams, and we look way behind. Mm-hmm. I don't see the style of football we're playing. It looks hopeful at times, and I just my opinion is they'll probably wait to the end of the season until and do a proper job on getting somebody right in and taking the time to get somebody right in rather than panicking and just going right. We'll get whoever's available because that's not going to work. But yeah, I think it's got to a point now where it looks like there's more experience on the pitch than he has with Ronaldo now and Cavani and this big Bruno. I think sometimes that if he loses that dressing room, which possibly he could be doing now, because it don't look like there's no confidence in that team at all.
They do look like they're not playing with confidence, don't they? I mean that is everything. That swagger that you sort of are used to seeing. Listen, I kind of agree.
Let me just talk about. Sorry, they look terrified.
They do look a little bit scared. Yeah, they do look
that was because of what happened with Liverpool.
Shell-shocked.
But then you could see Atalanta. We've had to come from behind against Atalanta, and they're nowhere near the level of the top Premiership sides. And there's been signs. Leicester City, there's been signs. And we keep, the comeback against Atalanta, great comeback, yeah, but it's covered up the cracks. The cracks have been there. We just sort of kept our heads above the water, and now we're drowning. And now it's damage limitation because what we're going to rescue from the season. What do you think, pal?
I've always been a kind of like give people time kind of guy. I think people forget and have forgotten over the years that Ferguson was on the verge of being sacked. Sir Alex Ferguson was, and then I think he draw the FA Cup semi. Did he draw the FA Cup semi-final and then won the rematch and then won the FA Cup? I think that's the story. I can't remember now actually, but basically it was hanging by a thread and then it turned around and the rest is history. But there were banners at Old Trafford saying Ferguson out. So I've always been a fan of going give people time. But obviously there's a limit to that. I think he's been given a pretty fair shout. I don't think it would be reasonable to go, oh, they just got rid of him really quickly. I don't think that. But
give him money as well.
I do. Yeah, exactly. But I do agree with you. It's a bit like be careful what you wish for, because who's out there? Who do you want to go? Right, that's who I'll have. We've missed out on Conte. No, maybe not, but he's won the Premier League.
He has, but it's got to be his way. We've had Mourinho. It's the same kind of thing.
Sure, but I'm just saying. So we missed out on Conte, right? Yep. He's not even available. We've missed out on Pochettino twice.
He's the one we should have had.
Yeah, maybe, but he's not available anymore.
No.
Brendan Rodgers is maybe an outside shout. Some people have said that could be a shout. So that would be who I think so too. That would be who I would want to go for if they got rid of Ollie. But I'm kind of with you a little bit. I'm a bit like, unless that seems like a really, really good fit, like very, very soon. What's the rush? Just limit the damage, and just because you don't want to be you do not want to be that club that's like, right, next one. It's never been the United way, and it doesn't build dynasties, you know.
I think the one thing that I do love about Ollie is he loves the club and he wants the best for the club. That's not within any doubt. And I think his big problem was always going to be his experience. He hasn't got experience. He was at Mulder, for God's sake. I mean, it's a million miles away from the Premiership. But it doesn't mean he can't manage. I think he doesn't fill me with confidence of discipline. Even when he talks in interviews, he seems too nice, and it's not a bad thing to be nice, but
I know what you mean.
I can't see him. I know there's different ways of managing and all that stuff, and you can go too far. But putting fear into players to go, I might be dropped. I think the players now, there's a lot of players that pick themselves at Man United now. It's especially Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo, if he says I'm playing, he's playing.
Ferguson didn't shout at Ronaldo back. So you know a lot of the ex-players, as do I, and I've asked loads of them.
Cantona do whatever he wants.
I've asked loads of them over the years, and Giggsy, Sharpie, all these Pallister, and all these. I've asked loads of Schmeichel, who, what was Ferguson's like management style like, and they all said like, his man management was unbelievable. Yeah. It's not tactically sure, but his man management was unbelievable. And it's really interesting. If people are listening to this and you're not that into football, then I'm sorry that this is a bit niche, but I think that this is just interesting in terms of leadership and style and all that kind of stuff. They would both be, they'd be sort of terrified of getting a bollocking from him, but they just fucking adored him, and they would, if he asked them, if he go, yeah, head that brick, yes boss, they'd just run through a wall for him. And the only two people Ferguson never ever bollocked were Cantona and Ronaldo. Yeah. And that was when Cristiano Ronaldo was a kid. I mean, what's he going to be like now when he's in his late 30s, It's difficult, So it's a tricky one.
It's difficult. It's difficult because they've spent the money and backed him. We didn't spend the money in the right place. For me, we should have definitely got rid of Fred and brought in the kid from Leeds who was amazing in the
Calvin Phillips.
Calvin Phillips. He would have been a perfect.
I think he's a
fit
fantastic player.
I think whether we'd have got him, I don't know. But that is our problem. In front of the back four, we've got a problem there.
Totally.
And like you said, I know people who might not be football fans listen to this, but it is topical at the moment. What's going to happen at Man United? And we are way off. And at the beginning of this season, I was so optimistic as well. I thought the firepower we've got. Yes, we might let in a couple of goals, but we will outscore teams. And the confidence is lacking throughout the whole team now because the formation, we don't know what we're going to play. Is it a 3? Is it a 5? Is it a 4-4-2? Is it? I don't know United's best system. I don't even know United's best team, and that is a problem.
Well, also at the risk of making this too kind of biased, this is not a Man United podcast. So let's also say to anyone out there, like, how good are Liverpool though? What a team they are!
City
and actually
Chelsea. They're all at different levels at the moment.
Completely different levels, but Liverpool are just like explosive. But the way Man City beat us the other day. They just looked, they look so confident. And it's like, it's almost they could have gone, well, we could score 6 past you, but what's the point? We'll just beat you easily and just save our energy. It was unbelievable.
I know it wasn't a scoreline the same as Liverpool, but it was more demoralising because, it's at Old Trafford, it's a derby. I know Liverpool was saying, but you can say Liverpool was a one-off. Got caught. We tried to, they scored. We tried to score back at them. We tried to get. It's like a boxer getting up too quick from a punch. We tried to get back at them, and then we got caught again. That can happen in football, but with City, it was a complete demoralisation of one team terrified or not knowing what to do, and the other team so superior on the ball and confident. Yeah. Every player knew exactly what they were doing at every moment.
Here's a question about the City game: if you swap the managers. Since we're talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, if you swap the managers and Ollie had that City team, and Pep Guardiola had that United team on that day, and been working with them, do you think the result would have been different? Do you think it would have been a different looking game?
It's so hard to say.
It's an interesting.
It's the manager that makes
question.
the team. It's Pep that's got them playing this kind of football that everybody knows their role.
But can he take the players? Can he take the players that are at Man United and get that out of them?
Of course he could. Of course he could. Of course he. Well, no, of course he could. He could get a system where they're all playing off. They're all singing from the same hymn sheet. At the moment, we don't even do a full press. It's a part press, and if you don't all press at the same time,
it's all or nothing. All or nothing. You're better off not even pressing at all than just
you
not
turn
everyone.
around and no one else is pressing. It's the most demoralising thing in the world. You go, hang on, I'm running my bollocks off here.
Who's a better manager, Jurgen Klopp or Pep Guardiola?
That's tough, isn't it? It's tough. I tell you what. Do you know
I would have killed for Jurgen Klopp at United. I love.
He's a phenomenal manager. I prefer Klopp because I think Klopp has done a more difficult job. I think Pep has already had good teams and he had a lot of money to spend, and I think Klopp has done a lot more with what he's had.
I agree, and also I think I've said this to you before. Like the most amazing thing, and I'm a United fan saying it, the most amazing thing about that Liverpool team is not just the way they play, but they're just such a likeable team. Like the whole club now, Liverpool Football Club right now exudes class. They just seem like out in the community. The work that they do outside of the football club, they're a classy football team. He's a classy man. I just think they're in great shape. Great shape.
Yeah, let's not be sucking each other's dicks just yet. Where did that came from?
What's that from? Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Getting carried away here.
Yeah, Mr. Wolf, I just want to say it was a pleasure to watch you work. It was really amazing, and I'm sorry for everyone. All right, well, let's not start sucking each other's dicks just yet.
Exactly. I'm getting a bit carried away on the Liverpool thing. Listen, they're a good team. Let's leave it at that. No, So anyway, it was a good thing to talk about, and also Tyson Fury against. I know we're on the sport thing here, but Tyson Fury against Deontay Wilder. We never spoke about it. I'm a huge.
Look, I know you're a huge boxing fan, but the best thing about all of that was the video messages that they sent each other.
Oh, did you see how funny that was?
Please tell me you saw that.
Of course I did. Of course I did. Tyson Fury is an absolute legend, man.
So for anyone that didn't see this, I'm afraid you're going to get like mine and Will's sort of retelling of it rather than the original. But look up, you'll be able to find it. It's the video messages Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, and they asked Deontay Wilder to do a message, like send Tyson Fury a message before the fight. He's American, of course, Deontay Wilder, and he did this very kind of polished American, sort of vaguely threatening thing, and he was like, you just got to make sure you got to be ready. You got to work your butt off. He didn't even say work your ass off, right? He's like, it was so, even though it was supposed to be quite kind of hard, he still wouldn't swear anything because he was aware of the camera. You got to work your butt off. You better be prepared because if you ain't prepared, I'm going to come for you and all this kind of thing. And it was like, oh, okay. So they showed it to Tyson Fury and went, have you got a message for him? And he goes, I'm going to smash your fucking face in, you prick. How was that for a message? Honestly, I must have watched it 150 times.
It was brilliant.
It was the funniest fucking thing. And then he did.
It was an amazing fight. It was one of the best heavyweight fights I've seen in a long time. Wasn't the best boxing matches in it, but as a fight and as a spectacle, the knockdowns and Tyson Fury's story. We're massive supporters of mental health on this. If you don't know,
and he's
if you
really
haven't
vocal
seen
about
what Tyson Fury has been through, you don't have to be a boxing fan. He was ready to kill himself, and he was 25, 26 stone, I think it was at some point, drinking, drugs, everything. And within a year, he was fighting for the heavyweight and won the heavyweight title of the world. This is just a man who battles every day with mental illness, speaks vocally about it.
Talks about it a lot in a really, really incredible way, actually.
Yeah, and very honest about it, and an open book, you know what I mean? And he's done it the hard way, He went and fought Deontay when nobody wanted to fight him, Joshua had the opportunity.
Here's an interesting thing about, the conversation around mental health is progressed so much over the last few years. I'm sure there's still a long way to go, and we try and talk about it when we do. But if there's still anyone out there who has any guys out there in particular who has any idea of stigma about what mental health is for men in particular, because they think, oh, I don't want to appear weak, or I don't want to appear like I'm being a little bit soft. Tyson Fury is literally the hardest man in the world. There's literally the biggest, hardest man in the world, and he has no problem going. This is what I'm struggling with. So, you know, I think that's massively inspiring, actually, and I think
it is, and he's worked out what keeps him sane, and it's keeping him in the gym and keeping fit, and mental health. Everyone knows keeping yourself fit and in shape is good for your brain and good for your focus. And so it's just I watched his documentary, Tyson Fury. He's done a documentary. He did a little thing with Gary Neville as well. On his YouTube channel, just walking along Morecambe Beach. And do you know what I like as well? He lives in Morecambe. You know, a man's a multi-millionaire. And he just says,
loves it.
I'm all right in Morecambe. I know what I'm getting. I know what there's no big temptations. I like it here. And I love that about him. Nothing's changed. He's give loads of money to charity. And he is who he is. He's a fighting man. And that's the difference between some boxers and Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is a natural-born fighting man. It's in his heart. It's in his head. His will to win. He doesn't get tired because he's not got the fear factor. He's just I'm a fighting
Isn't he also
man.
named Tyson after Mike Tyson?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, he was named after Mike Tyson.
He was born for it, wasn't he? Born for it.
Oh yeah, no. I admire him a lot.
Yeah. We've got. We should sort of wrap this up. Sorry to anyone who doesn't tune into this for a sports podcast, but that's been what's going on. So that's what we've ended up talking about.
I think we've had an array of conversation. We've talked about people being kicked in the bollocks quite regular. So you know, maybe.
Well, there's a bit of sport and quite a lot of bum chat. So the usual Will and Ralf.
Welcome to Two Pints of Will and Ralf. Bum bollocks and sports.
there's our new caption. Bum bollocks and sport with Will and Ralf. Let's get that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, bum bollocks and sport. What more do you need? Well, I was going to say to you, I noticed you've joined CelebVM and Memo
and Cameo. Yeah. So yes, I'm glad you asked me about that, because I wanted to talk about briefly. For a start, if anyone wants to. If anyone is interested in this, I have started doing a thing on. There's an app called CelebVM, which stands for Celeb Voice Message, and another app called Cameo, and they both do the same thing. And I've joined them both, and you can get a personalised message recorded. I'll do one for you. A personalised message. You know, maybe you want me to wish someone a happy birthday or a Merry Christmas, or give them a pep talk, or I don't know, call them a knobhead, or say bum bollocks and sport, or whatever. Since that's now apparently our thing. And I'm doing it to raise money for the British Red Cross for Afghan refugees. So I'll be doing that for, the next couple of weeks, or until I raise a decent amount of money. And Will's also on CelebVM, aren't you? So you can do that. So just have a look for us on that, and we'd be happy to do it for you if you're interested. Now, I also, because first of all, I want to tell you some of the reviews I've had, because they've been really lovely. I'm not going to lie to you. I've kind of nailed it reviews-wise, but
I think you read your reviews. I don't read my reviews on CelebVM. I didn't know you could get reviews.
I want to know how I'm doing. Look at that. Just anyone who's got this on screen, 5-star, 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 all 5 stars. Thank you everyone who left me a lovely review. But this is the thing I wanted to tell you about. I got a review, one of the early ones, and it really tickled me. I was like, oh fucking hell, me and Will are just totally becoming known for all the wrong things. Here's a review that I got. Ralph, thank you so much. You're an absolute star. Amazing gift and easy brownie points for me. Probably not anal though. Winky face.
Yes, we've changed brownie points. I think you look up brownie points in the dictionary in the future.
On the Urban Dictionary, we've changed it. Oh no, that is not something I want to leave as a legacy.
Yeah, we've changed it. It is. We've changed the world. Yeah,
You make one offhand joke, and suddenly that becomes what you're known for.
Well, I've got a couple on CelebVM because I'm with Memo as well, right? So it's same with me. If you want a video or a message or whatever, Christmas and all that are coming up. But I was a bit worried about doing it because and as you was as well, because I was thinking, what, people pay for videos, but they're saying now, instead of buying a present or something, they're sending these and it's a personal message, and I quite get it. So it's better to be
I
on
also
it.
thought long and hard. I'm sure you did. I thought long and hard about like how much to charge, because you don't want to fucking take.
No, I just said
people off for
let them decide. Keep
doing a
it
2 minute message. So and that's why it's been nice to do it for a good cause as well. Anyway, go on. What are you saying?
No. So I was just saying. Then I got one video. I've done loads of birthdays and some Christmases. Obviously, there'll be more Christmases to do videos, and I enjoy doing it. And like you want to make sure.
I quite enjoy doing it as well. Like people
send
you a little message. Yeah, people send you a little message, and you think, oh, this is quite a fun bit of banter that we can have. It just feels like it's really quite connected.
And you also want to put a smile on the. You want to put a smile on the face. You want to give them more than just "Happy birthday, John." Ta-da! I give them more than that. You give them about a minute of banter and stuff. Anyway, I've done a couple in character as Gaz. They asked me to do Gaz, so I've done that. You've been in them. I've got to go meet Johnny for a pint now. Fuck off, all that. So a bit of banter.
Hold on, am I getting it? I hope I'm getting commission for that.
No,
can't be using me.
You're not in Vision, Ralph. You're not in Vision.
Bollocks. Okay.
I got one though from Cheeky Celebs, right, which is about celebrities' bums, and they said, "Hi, can you just do a video of your ass?" I went, what? They wanted me just to go hello and turn over and just show my ass. And do you know what I thought? I didn't do it because I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I sent them one of the whole starfish, like I parted my cheeks? And I went, dip your chip in that, see you in a bit. Like I got it wrong. No one was. I'll stop him sending me another one. I'm like, don't ask Will for a picture of his bum. He got it completely wrong.
Right. Whatever you do, don't ask for that. Why are we back here again? What did we say? Bums, bollocks. What's our line again that we've coined? What was it? Bums, bollocks, and beers. Mate, we can't become known.
It's not.
Bums, bollocks, and sport. Bums, bollocks, and sport.
It's the true story. They asked me for something of my bum, and I thought, imagine if I got it wrong and thought, yeah, I'll show you my bum. And then I pulled my cheeks apart and showed the full sphincter. I was thinking, imagine if I got it wrong.
Why am I getting asked? Why am I getting asked to wish people good luck adopting their new dog,
as well.
or with their GCSEs, or and you're getting asked for a picture of your hoop?
But no, obviously they wanted the cheeks, and I was saying, imagine if I got it wrong and just...
Okay, I get that, right? But then, that doesn't make... Again, I ask, why am I getting asked for good luck with adopting dogs, good luck with GCSEs, wishing the entire family a Merry Christmas, and you're going, can you send us a video of your ass?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
I think it shows us the difference between me and you, Ralph. What people think of me. I'll begin to get the last chicken in Sainsbury's and all that next.
Well, yeah. Well, can we have your ass singing Mustang Sally? Oh dear! Right, should we listen? We've been waiting. Should we make our big announcement?
Yes, we have an announcement.
Yes, we're getting married.
If you listen to this podcast, you might. That's what you
yeah. We've completely fucked it. This announcement's going to not go well at all. But go on.
Okay, Ralph, I'll let you do it. Tell everyone what's happening.
We are going to take this podcast on a little live tour early on in the new year. We would like to come out and meet you guys and have you guys come to our podcast and hang out with us and chat and ask us questions and all of that. To be honest, since me and Will started doing this, when we were first sitting together in a pub, we always hoped that people would like it and listen, but we've been blown away by the number of people that actually seem to listen to this and seem to like it. And that's all you guys. And thank you so much. And it's done, beyond our wildest expectations to the point where we're like, okay, let's get out there and come and meet you lot. So we'd love you to come. We'd love you to come and see us on tour. It's pre-sales for it are start Wednesday, the 17th of November at 9 a.m. It goes on general sale Friday, the 19th of November at 9 a.m. And you can go online and go to 2 Pints Live. That's with a number 2, not TWO. So it's 2, the number, pintslive.ctickets.com. I better spell that out because that could be. So 2, the number, pints, PINTSLIVE live, dot ctickets, SEETICKETS.com. 2pintslive.ctickets.com. So yeah, and there's a 24-hour ticket hotline, would you believe, for UK orders, which is 0843 515 9400. 0843 515 9400. And actually, do you know what? As ham-fistedly as I just read that, wherever you're watching this or listening to it, there'll be a description of what this episode is, and the link to buy tickets will be in that description. So please come out. Where are we going, Will? Has it been finalised yet?
We're going everywhere. So hopefully
we're going all over the gaff.
Yeah, north and south. So hopefully we'll be somewhere close enough for you to come and see us. The show is going to be a bit of fun, as what this podcast is. Bit of audience interaction. You'll be able to ask us questions, play a few games, and have a couple of beers. And hopefully it's going to be a great night out. So make sure you come and see us. And join in the fun, and we're probably going to record it. It's
largely going to be 2 hours of me trying to stop Will singing Mustang Sally. That's probably Look at you. I can see the twinkle in your eye. You're already like, a stage and a microphone. I'll do that. But yeah,
I can hear it.
Yes, it will be kind of a bit of audience participation and all that kind of thing, and a few beers, obviously. So you can see the full list of places we're coming to on the website, and we'd love you to come out and see us.
Yeah, and do you know what as well? It's a big thank you for us to you to say thanks for the support as well. And now the pandemic's calmed down a bit, we can all be together. So getting back into live venues is big for everybody. I think, to appreciate you lot and the support you've given us. So come and have a few beers with us. We'll have a bit of a laugh. And we'll hopefully have a good night out. A few surprises along the way. Surprises for us because we don't know what the fuck we're going to do yet.
not exactly. I was like, what is Will talking about? What surprises?
I've got some ideas up
the
my
whole
sleeve.
show, yeah.
I've got some ideas.
I'll be honest with you guys, we're at the ideas stage yet, so anything could happen.
One thing I guarantee is there will be beer and there will be laughs. So come and join us.
There will be laughs. Yeah, defo.
Nice one, mate. Well, good to see you, and thanks for listening, everybody out there. Go and get your Manscaped stuff, and go and get your tickets for the tour, and we'll see you out there live.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, mate. I've got to go and do some filming. What are you doing today?
Well, it's Friday, so we're going to have a movie night tonight. I'm going to watch that movie. What's it called? The one, the Western, The Harder They Fall, is it called?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to watch that. This is tonight. It's on Netflix. Come on Netflix quite early, so we're going to have a sit down, have a beer, and watch that tonight, and go out for dinner tomorrow. So, what are you doing?
Magic. Let's think. Well, it was Friday. It's the end of the week, so my missus is out here, so we'll probably have a couple of. Actually, because she's out here, it's nice because we get to just watch the sunset and just have a quiet glass of wine on the terrace. Probably a bit of that.
You're in bed by 9, tell the truth.
Mate, tell me about it. Like, the sun sets and I'm like, is 6:35 too early to go to bed? She's like, I was hoping you'd ask me an hour ago. So,
all right, mate.
Yeah, so we'll probably do that and watch a bit of TV. We haven't even talked Squid Game. We'll do that another time.
Oh, we'll talk Squid Game and also
Big Mouth. Big Mouth. Series 5 of Big Mouth. Have you watched Big Mouth yet?
No, what's
mate,
that?
That is your next. It's an animation. It's a Nick Kroll and John Mulaney animation. It's one of the best things I've ever seen. Big Mouth. It's an American cartoon. Check it out.
We'll talk Squid Games next time because I've seen Squid Games.
Yes.
We'll talk about that.
All right, nice one.
All right, and also my cat's going tomorrow, so I'll tell you about what happens. I'll tell you about how my rug buying goes because I can get some more rugs back. Anyway, all right, take care, pal.
Cheers.
Good to see you.
Man.
See you in a bit.
You too. See you in a bit.